Hello everyone, welcome back to Science Free. This is another episode on sets, and the subheadings are the union and the intersection of two or more sets. Suppose we have two sets, set A and set B, and we want to find the union of both sets. Finding the union of both sets would create a set containing all the elements from both sets, and we can create a different set and write the elements from both sets in ascending order. But first we write A, and then this sign, which means union, and then B. So basically that means A, union B. So starting with the first set, which is set A, there's an element of 1, and in the second set, there's an element of 1 also. But we don't write the element 1 two times, we only write it once. The number that comes after 1 is 2, and the element 2 is found in set A. 3 comes after 2, and the element 3 is found in the first set. 4 comes after 3, but 4 is not in either of the set. But 5 is found in both set A and set B, so we write 5. We are finished with the first set, now we move on to the second set. And the only elements are left to write is 9, then 13. The intersection of a set is just a set containing the element or elements of two sets. So to find the intersection of these two sets is to look for common elements or elements that are found in both sets. This sign represents the intersection of two sets. An element that is found in both sets is 1. And also, 5 is present in both sets, so we need to write 5. What about these pairs of sets? Can you find the intersection of both? None of the elements in set A is not found in set B. Therefore, set A and set B forms an empty set. We can use pairs of empty brackets to show that. Or we could use the psi. Let's work these ones out in steps. We want to start off by finding the union of set V and set W. Remember, the union is just a collection of all those elements which are in both sets to form a new one. Again, we can choose to have the elements in ascending order. So we start by writing the 1 from set W. We write 2 from set W. 3 come after 2, and 3 can be found in set V, so we write it along with 4, 5, and 6. Let's find the intersection of V and W. The only elements that can be found in both sets are 5 and 6. For this section, we have a set U containing the limits for the set A and B. X is an element such that X is an element of n. N represents natural numbers. And the value for X is less than or equal 13. We can change set A from the set builder form into the listing form, and we want to find a union B. For set B, it says X is a factor of 8, and we can list all those factors of 8. The factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. For B, we want to find all the multiples of 2, and that is simply any result you get when you multiply 2 by any whole number. Remember, the set U containing the limit for the value of X says that X is less than or equal 13, which means the value we get for X should not be greater than 13. We can now find the union of both set A and B. And also we can find the intersection. This is an example where we gonna do the union and the intersection of three sets. We have to always focus on finding what comes first. So in this case we want to find the union of set A and B, and then the answer we get for the union of A and B, we find the intersection of the new set that is A, union B, intersect C. We want to now go ahead and find the intersection of the set A, union B, intersect set C. We are gonna now plot the union of two sets on a number line. We want to change the sets from listing form to set builder form. The first set should have a closed interval, so we use pairs of closed brackets to represent that. Also the same applies to set B. We want to change both set A and set B from the listing method to the set builder method. This -2 shows that the graph starts at -2 and ends at +4 on the number line. And for set B, the graph starts at +4 and ends at +7. We want to find the union of A and B, so we write along set A and set B separately between the same pairs of brackets. The new points that we will plot on the number line are -2 and +7 in order to plot the union of both sets. We use a closed circle to represent -2 on the number line as it is included. +7 is also included, so we write a closed circle at 7 to represent that. Next, we draw a line connecting both circles together to get the union. For this example, set A represents a set with an open interval. These less than signs are used to represent open intervals. Set B is a closed interval. We again need to place the two sets between brackets. To plot the union of the sets on a number line, we draw an open circle at -3 and a closed circle at +2. These round brackets represents open intervals. The square brackets represents closed interval. We now connect the points to get the union. We are now focusing on plotting the intersection of two sets on a number line. The set A is a closed interval. And we can change set A into the set builder method, and we do the same for set B. To find the intersection of two sets on a number line, we first need to plot the first set on the number line, and then we plot the other set on the same number line, and then draw a line to connect the circles that are in between the points to form the intersection. Let's do the last example, so we want to start by plotting the value of the first set on this number line. We start at -1 with a closed circle and also stop at +2 with a closed circle. We move along set B and draw a closed circle at 1 and also a closed circle at 5. To now plot the intersection of the two sets on this number line, we connect the points that are in between. And the points that are in between are 1 and 3. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section, or you could send us an email through our email provided in the description.